What's going on, people? What is going on with everybody out there? Happy Monday. Peace and blessings. I hope your Easter was good. I know I played the wrong intro just now, but we're working on a new intro for this show. So Monday is going to be me and Ronaldo. You know what I'm saying? Um, that's what we're doing now. Ronaldo, what's going on, brother? How you doing?
All right, good, brother. Happy Easter to everyone. Hope y'all good. Hope you enjoy the weekend. Everything's
Cool,
all right
cool.
on this side. Um, eh, whack one this weekend, this Sunday. A little down after the high that was Thursday. All the elements of the human experience Thursday night. You should have been on to talk with us. But let's talk about it now. Let's talk about it again. Let's talk about that game.
I've watched just so for those watching, those who are gonna watch, those who are watching later. I wasn't on for the magical comeback, the remontada of Manchester United. I wasn't on for that, but I'm here now, and I was in the chat a little bit, but that doesn't do it for me. I was away. I want to talk about that just for a tiny little bit, man. And I just want to go ahead and start off by saying that guy Casemiro, showing his pedigree. I gotta give a big shout out to him and Harry Maguire. Falling by the wayside, out of favor at the club. People want you gone, me included, for both of them at one point in time. And what do they do but step up in the biggest game of the season for us and figure it out? Now, were they the best defensively? No. We shipped, what was it, 4 goals? We shipped 4 goals. You weren't the best.
Two
Okay.
of them with 10 men on the field.
Right. So we got worse when they had less men. They got more dangerous, which was crazy. They put on that Fofana. That kid Fofana is a baller. He doesn't stop. He's an engine. He's quick. He's direct. And he came at us. He attacked us. They took off their Georgian and put him on, and they probably should have played him from the go. But Casemiro to come out of nowhere, win us the penalty, and then win 2 assists, get 2 assists for us to put the game away. Excellent, excellent, excellent work. Harry Maguire, I've watched that header at least 90 times to hear that Old Trafford roar. Excellent, excellent. Now, I want to put some real respect on Lenny Euro because I don't think he got it on Tuesday or Thursday. I don't think he got it. That kid had 60-something touches of the ball, only lost the ball 6 times. He won us the 10th man getting sent off. He won that for us. And in the end, yeah, we looked worse when they went down a man. But them being down a man is what allowed us to recycle the ball those 2 times to score in that last 7 minutes. Right? They didn't have nothing to go back and defend with. They didn't have anything up front. So we caught them. Don't make any mistake. This was a terrible game for Man United. Awful game from us. Now, I won't say that we put ourselves in a position that we were to give that game away because we were up to. But
Yep.
Casemiro, champions do what champions do when it's time. So I got to show love to him for that. I don't think Lenny Euro got the respect that he got, putting his head out after falling down and slipping, putting his neck out to head a ball at point blank range is insane. But that's what you do when you're a competitor. You do whatever you got to do.
Big
So
dog.
we talk about guys not being tough in this team. We talk about guys being soft in this team. That was some real tough
Pulling
stuff to do.
tackles with their feet. Yep.
Come on, man.
Literally
Come
put
on.
his neck out for the team. 19 years old.
And
19 years old.
19 should have went to Real Madrid, chose us. So,
Yep.
that bet's looking real good now. That investment's looking real good. Shouts to the team. But then Sunday happens. And they say, I was watching Saeed and them earlier, and they were like, back to life. Yeah, you know the rest. That's exactly what it was, bro. Reality check, a gut check from Wolves who weren't even really good. I don't think they were a good. They deserved to win. I think we deserved to win. I think we had more of the chances, more passes, more possession, more corners.
For
We
sure.
had all of those things in that. I have the stats pulled up right here, actually. What we did in the game. So 2 shots on target apiece, which is criminal. 12 shots for us, 4 for them, 4 block shots for us, 1 for them, 60% possession for us, 40 for them, of course. 559 passes for us, 388 for them. Completed passes almost 500 at 499 and 317 for them. Tackles about the same, 29 to 20 for us, or 29. 11 fouls conceded. They had 19, and we hit the corners 9 times to their 2. We had control of that game, but sometimes all it takes is a bit of magic. What do you think?
Well, yeah, you said magic. That was a perfect free kick. Absolutely perfect. The only thing I think, which I would argue it, is Onana should have been more to his left. And just brings into question once again, his fundamentals and stuff. It's like, I don't know why you need to be that far on the other side. I mean, there's a lot more distance. I think you could center yourself in the goal basically and get over there if you need to. But I feel like he needed to be closer to the near post for that kind of free kick, and he wasn't, and he got strung the fuck up. Beautiful goal. Yeah, like I said, there were a few moments that looked dangerous. But yeah, we had the game. We had a lot of chances. Garnacho finally, well, I shouldn't say finally, he's done before, but he put a lot of crosses on platters on Sunday afternoon, and nobody ate the food. Threw it all the way. Rasmus was fractionally late on one, but that's his luck right now. That guy is something. What we say in Trinidad, you need a bush bat. That's what Rasmus Hoyle needs. A bush bat and some licks with a cookie broom and some Florida water, all kind of thing for him. He is just the most rotten luck. His head is not in a good space. He's making wrong choices, and then he has no luck. And then when he is in the right spot, we don't give him the ball. But anyway, Bruno came in cold. That's like he was hungover from Thursday or something. He put a few over the bar, and yeah, Mason Mount absolutely made a mess of his chance. But yeah, not good enough on attack as usual, and we lost. Positives, I like that Frederick. No one heard about this Fredrickson guy from the academy, unless they were deliberately keeping him quiet, and he looked so assured. I know it's like it's dangerous to get caught up with the academy graduates, and when they come on and they debuted so well and stuff, and probably might need like 3 games, see how they respond to like tactical instructions and stuff. But he looked very poised on Sunday and encouraging. And my favorite, since I saw him against Liverpool in the ill-fated summer game, Harry Amas, he looks good. He looks ready. Bulk up a little bit, of course, but he has I think he has the offensive bag. He looks legit. He looks a threat when he attacks, crosses the ball well, and he's looking across. He's not looking to do too much or anything like that. So those are my positives from the game. Well, besides no one getting hurt and everything. Cheeto was okay. It was nothing too special because it was kind of like helter-skelter trying to chase that goal in the end.
Yeah.
But yeah. That was about it. Just sucks that we have 15 losses now. I would like it very much if we don't end up with 19 losses or any more losses, but that may that just may happen. I don't know. As we kind of focus on Europa, we go to Bournemouth, we go to Brentford. I feel like those might be L's coming too. There might be some really good field trips for the young kids, so let them go out there, travel, and play in some hostile environments, get that experience. Because apart from them getting the experience, we need to know who we could rely on the first team next year, so we could figure out who we need to buy. Because transfer market's picking up right now.
Yeah, so that's kind of the thing for me with this loss. It kind of took away let's just say it took away a little bit of steam from what we had going on in the week, right? So Thursday, I think people came in. That's what I was saying earlier, that when we play in the league, right, I know there's nothing to play for. I know everybody's like, oh, what are we playing for? What's the point? What's the purpose? What are we doing? All that good stuff. But, like, those guys pay a pretty penny to come see. You're at home, handle some business. We looked the sharper team. We looked the better team. We just couldn't get it done. And there's going to be rotations made. I know we're focused on Europa, but I can't. It's hard to watch us lose the way we do.
Yeah.
And then have hope for the next game and keep it going like that. Because Europa's not going to be like a whole new thing. It's just another game that we're playing, and we need a little bit of momentum going into that. So it's kind of we're in between a rock and a hard place because it's like, where are we going to find the goals? Where are we going to? It seems like we're scoring for fun in Europa, but we can't, get it together in the league. And I know there's nothing to play for, but you always play for pride. You always play for your pride. That's what I'm on.
Play for the badge.
Yeah, play for the fans. Play like you mean it. But with that being said, I said all of that to say, there's been some grumbling, and I've been, I'm an internet guy. I'm on the internet. I know you're on the internet, but I'm on the internet. I live on it, and I'm hearing a lot of backlash and questions being asked. And one of the questions were today that was on kind of in the mainstream was, I know we said this last week, have we improved with Amram? But what are the improvements that you see with Amram for those people who say we've improved? For me, I don't think we've improved as far as like getting results. No. We're clearly we haven't. But can't score. We've conceded the same amount of goals now. And we're scoring. We're probably not going to get 40th at this rate, right? I mean, I think we'll win one more game.
Yeah, for sure.
But as far as results go, it's not. But we all understand these aren't his guys. That's what I'll say. But what I will say is where I see the changes is that there's moments of like cohesive play from starting from the defense to the wing backs to the 10s, and that almost leads to us scoring. That I see that these guys are starting to get together and pull it together. So I think the play style is coming together and it's getting way more cohesive. And that's what I will say that I'm seeing with him. But are those things translating into wins? No. And I will understand that certain people will start saying, I heard this today. People are saying, oh, if he doesn't win Europa, this is what I heard today that blew my mind. Let me say this. The Wolves manager just got in there, right? And he's won 5 straight. And, we're the 5th win. And people are saying, oh, well, he doesn't look like he needs any players. Look at where they were. They were relegation candidates, and now they're above us. And it's like, I have nothing to say to that. I can't say anything to that. All I can say is one team looks well drilled. One team's been together a long time. And one team has a play style and that they like that suits their better players. We still don't have that. We still have bad players. We've had one player come in a window. But when people say that, what do you say back to them when they say
you just said it, dog? You just said it. They have the same system. The coach does the same system and they have the same players. They just weren't getting the results. I don't know if they needed a different voice or they just needed a fair relegation in them. Like, we have a new coach and a completely different system.
And the fair relegation.
The fair relegation, and we got problem child players. Players, mentality sucks, or they just keep making the wrong decisions in shit form, this, that, and the other. Luckily we haven't had like crazy injuries, but next thing too, Ahmad went down. Kobe went best player last year. If you want to call Kobe our best player last year, he went down, and Ahmad's hopefully coming back for the semifinals. So we've had some bad luck against us, and it's those things. Wolves basically structurally they play the same way with this new coach. So it was just a matter of stringing some results. Yeah, they 5 in a row, and they're clear safe now.
Yeah, when they tell me that this manager's done X, Y, and Z, then I see the result. I start to think things. Now, I'm not necessarily thinking that. Shouts to Casey in the chat. I truly believe the pressure to play. Hold on, let me get over there so I can put it on the screen because we got those capabilities. You know what I'm saying? Can't waste it. I truly believe the pressure. This picture is hilarious. Is your mouth open? I truly believe the pressure to play at our club is crazy. It's overwhelming. It's unforgiving, and teams like Wolverhampton don't have that. I agree. Playing for Man United is it's a crazy level of expectation, almost unrealistic sometimes. So we do play with like 5 pounds of pressure on us every time, 10 pounds. But after a certain time, you have to know what's being asked of you. and the expectation has to be you have to either meet, exceed, or figure it out. And yeah, they don't have that, but they're also beating the teams around them, which we're not doing. So I have to ask, like, I don't know how to feel about Amram and the idea that, like, what if you get the players that you're looking for and it still doesn't work, right? It's like I don't know if I guess I'm being honest. I don't know if I have another rebuild coach in me. Right? I'm at wit's end and I want this Amram things to work. I've actually put all my eggs in one basket and I'm saying Amram's gonna work out. But when I see the Evertons and the Wolves of the world and the Bournemouths and stuff, I'm like, man, they're working with way less. They're working. Are those players better than ours? Are those players better than ours? Outside of Ait Nori and Cunha, are those players better than ours?
Talent wise, I can't say that, man. So it's just...
so then I gotta look at the manager and say I don't blame you. I know you need time. I know, and look, I know we don't care about the Premier League. We don't care, but we don't like to lose either. So we gotta find a solid middle ground there.
We want to see more, more improvement too. Just marginal gains right now, basically. A little more athletic with Dorgu and such in the squad. Ugarte does help. Bruno's balling the hell out, trying to drag the team along. But other than that, it's like bits and pieces. Otherwise, we lost De Ligt, our best defender. We lost him too.
Have we found out what's wrong with him?
I think it's the sprain, man. He twisted an ankle 2 games in a row. He twisted against City, and then he did it in against Forest, and yeah, that was it. And if it's one thing with a sprain, man, if you go back out and he do the same thing again, it hurts like 5 times more. So yeah, I think that he's proper cropped. He might need like 3 weeks a month, so we probably won't see him until the semifinal.
Yeah, it's rough. It's rough to have the. And you know what? When you start talking like that, it's like you gotta take into account like injuries we've had to major players in this team, and then like all of a sudden our goalkeeper don't know how to score. I mean, don't know how to save anything, and then all of a sudden our striker don't know how to score goals. So it's like it's a calamity. It's a whole calamity. And I guess I just need perspective every now and then. But when I heard that, it made me a little like 5 games that I'm like, damn, we haven't won back-to-back games all season.
That's poor. And people are gonna say, excuses. It's like, not really excuses. It's freaking reasons, man. This is stuff that actually happened.
That's what I tell my wife all the time. I'm like, it's not an excuse, it's the reason.
Exactly.
And then I gotta sleep on the couch. I go right to the couch right after that. But no, man, I don't know. I'm not looking at Amram no kind of way. I don't hate him, but I don't think it's a free hit season. I think we're Europa or bust. We all know that we're Europa or bust. We're hearing that Nico Williams might be hurt. We hear he's strained his groin. He not playing against Real.
I think he's gonna be ready. I'm not even looking forward to that.
A groin injury is funny. I've had those playing basketball. You could come back from a groin in a week.
Mm-hmm.
You could come back in a month. It just depends on the severity of it, and you just like anything else. But that's I'm like I'm not gonna hold my horses yet. But they still got ballers over there. Just because he's not gonna be there, like that's good, but. They still have ballers over there. What do you think? I don't want to look too far ahead into that game. That game is May 1st. But what do you think we need to do for that game? Like, how would you line up for it?
Could I assume that De Ligt and Ahmad are fit? Firing.
I'll give you De Ligt. No Ahmad.
No, man. Fuck. All right, that's fine.
I'll give you De Ligt. De Ligt looks more like he'll come back and hobble around.
I'm going De Ligt, Yura, Maguire, the 3 in the back.
Ooh, that's a good back 3.
The speed concerns me, but that's a good back 3. No offense to Maz. And my left back's gonna be Dorgu. Right back has to be Delo. That's the next thing. If Nico's playing,
who's he going up
I'm
against?
gonna need somebody quick. to back up.
You put
back up the
Euro
right
on that side. You put
might have to
Euro.
put, yeah, whatever side Delo's on, I have to have Euro on that side.
He might have to switch because if they get
Yep.
to switching, swapping wings,
Mhm.
Euro, wherever side you see him on, you get over there.
Exactly. That's gonna happen because De Ligt and Maguire ain't known for speed; they're for for strength. So
Even though De Ligt's a little, he's not fast, but he's quick. He's quick. He's not like speedy. He doesn't have speed, but he can get back there if asked. Yeah,
exactly. Hopefully next season, Amas might be more ready because with that, we could put Dorgo on the right side.
Let's talk about that kid for a minute. I mean,
Harry
that
Amas,
guy, he's good. He's good, man. That gets the ball, keeps the ball, progresses the ball.
Yep,
that's it.
what we need.
Young man, fight for that ball. Get that ball back. Got it back when we was in the danger zone a couple of times in our third and in the attacking third. Gets the ball back, hoops it forward. I'm very impressed by it. He's a little small. How tall is that dude? He's a small dude.
5'10" at most.
Nah, he looks like he's 5'8".
That's cool though. That's he's cool. A stocky one.
It ain't about the height or nothing like that. I just want to know because he's like a
they haven't listed as 5'11", kid.
Oh,
he's like a lie, but they haven't listed as 5'11".
Yeah, I don't know about that.
He probably got the cleats on with that when they measured it. He got the cleats on. So let's go 5'9"
on his toes. But that dude's a junkyard dog, and he's feisty and he doesn't give up. And he gets the ball well. Then that's what you got to do in today's time, bro. Win that ball, pass it forward.
Yep.
Yeah, I wanted to give him
in
some
the middle.
love.
Yeah, in the middle, Ugarte for sure.
Okay.
I feel like this season, at least, Ruben is not interested in playing Menu as a center mid. So that might be Casemiro again next to Ugarte, which concerns me because, right around like 55, 60 minutes in the last game, they were blowing right through our midfield with Casemiro in there. And we had a tough time. They were flooding us. Even before the red card, they were flooding us. So,
yeah.
But it might have to be him or Menu. I'm not sure.
When did that red card got like this 70th?
Late 70th minute, yeah. It relieved some pressure, and then they found their way again after, like, once extra time came through.
They opened up.
Yeah, they were like, you know what, let's go for it.
Yeah, they opened up. Yeah, they got it. They went. Well, if it was FIFA, they went ultra attacking.
Yes,
they opened up. Yeah, so which we don't like. We don't cope with that well. When you come at us like with the ball, we don't cope with that well. You know what? We're not super, especially later on in the game when we're tired and just I'm with this lineup so far. I will say though, when you have those two guys right there, I'm mirroring your picks. But when you have those two guys right there, somebody has to stay back, and we need Casemiro to go forward. Casemiro has to go a little bit forward in order to spray balls and recycle play, and Ugarte has to stay back because we're really with this what is it 5-4-2 or 3-4-3 or whatever it is, we're really adding another defender, and that's what makes it tough, right? Because it's like we do need the extra man to come in to recycle the possession, and I think that needs to be Casemiro with Ugarte watching that ball over the top or playing or breaking up any play and putting out those fires.
For the first leg, arguably I'll play Bruno next to Ugarte. Leave Cass on the bench. And my top three, of course, is going to be Hoyland at top because that's all we got.
Yep.
And Manu and Garnacho, the young trinity, the boys who posed up with the trophy and everything. Yeah, those three on top. Manu on the left, Garnacho on the right, and Hoyland in the middle up top.
Yeah, I can't argue with that. That's perfect. I think the instructions have to be a little bit, hey guys, like we can't so what we were doing in the Lyon game was that we were overcommitting guys on defense, right? Guys were coming up and playing to put out the fire early when they had the ball, and then all they had to do was play one or two passes around us. So now it was like two players would be beat. So it's like that 10th man. I mean, having the 10 men didn't matter because they're playing it around us so easily. They got expansive, and all they needed was that Fofana on that left hand side to keep going.
Yep.
He was a battery. He just kept going. All right, just get the ball to me. I'm gonna take it down there. Meet me in the box, and I'm gonna get it to you. Who cares how we get it? Just as soon as we get it, fast break every time. That can't happen. We can't allow that. Dorgu is an issue right now.
Yeah, he's in a rut right now.
Dorgu is an issue right now, and I just got to go ahead and say it. This is an Amarim signing.
Yep.
It's an Amarim signing.
It was a poverty signing. Let's put it that way, but it was an Amarim signing.
Now, what I will say is that it's still too early to make any heads or tails of the kid. I'm not
exactly just like Xerxes. He might take time to bet in the league and everything.
Yeah, so it would be great to have Xerxes, but yeah, it needs time. 20 years old, too early. Garnacho played better from the left. Listen, if Garnacho gives us what he gives us against Wolves, I'm all right with that because he did everything that y'all asked for. He wasn't greedy. He made good decisions. He played the ball forward. He played the ball into the box. He pressed the back line. He did everything, attack the space, all the shit. So nobody can look at Garnacho and say he was bad.
Yeah.
Okay. Did he get any end product? Sure, he didn't. But like, it takes two. If I'm crossing you the ball, end product, and I'm getting it to you, and it's getting to your foot, you are the end product now. I did my job. Now put it in the goal.
I mean, yeah, he's still predictable with the dribbles and stuff. Just hoping that could change. I think he needs to be a little more direct and a little more crafty and intelligent. But maybe with more experience, he might get that. And another thing with him, I've said it before. One of the other reasons why we really need to win Europa League to get Champions League, because I rather not sell Garnacho, man. I know we need the money and stuff, but I rather not sell that kid. Because another thing too, if you're worried about Ruben not making it and a new manager coming in, and more than likely they will change from the 3-4-3, right? Do you really want to sell Garnacho and Menu if that's the case? These kids are 20 years old. Like I find it hard. I find it hard to sell a Garnacho and Menu because they can't fit into this system. We gotta keep them and figure out a way to get them in the system. Get them to work in the system.
I agree with that, and also, it's like if you can't whip two 20-year-olds into shape, what does that say for the rest of the team? Right, that are like experienced veterans. Right, you're having an issue whipping these guys into shape. What are you gonna say to a guy that's 26? That you just found out he might not be your guy now. What you now you need more signings? Like there's nothing I think there's players in both of them, of course, especially Menu. But Garnacho, the thing is when Garnacho's playing well, we're quiet. We're not worried about dribbles or none of that crazy shit. But it's when he has those stinkers that's glaring, then we're on his back. Casey says, give me 50, 60 for Garnacho. I still think there's a player there. I still do. And he showed us against Wolves that he could get us the ball. He's listening and he can get us the ball in the box.
Yeah. And I don't want to think us saying, seller means we're giving up and you won't be a player. It's just a matter of a desperate situation that we will want to sell a Garnacho,
Yeah, for sure. Casey says, your thoughts on Mount?
He's just there. He was just there. It's nothing.
He could press.
Nothing too uplifting yet. I mean, that's another one we have to give a little more time from all the injuries. I'm looking at preseason for him and next season and see how he hits the ground running. But this year is all about him staying fit and see if he finds a spark somewhere. You never know. Especially in these Prem games, he needs to play these games to get a little more touches, a little more groove, get the rust out. I think rust is a big part of it.
I don't think that's another guy. I think there's a player there, but what we've been doing with Mason Mount is kind of criminal, bro. What we've been doing with Mason Mount is criminal, and bro, the guy, he presses well. He had an opportunity to score for us. He fluffed it. Nah, it wasn't the best, like the clearest chance on earth. Like it wasn't a sitter.
Yeah, it was crowded.
You know what I'm saying? But you're wearing the number 7 shirt, Champions League winner, big 70, 50, whatever the hell million. But he hasn't been on in a while to do it. So I'm giving grace to the guy. But when you guys come out and say that he's doing this and he's doing that, no, bruh. It's not.
Definitely can't glaze him.
No, bruh. Stop glazing him. It's okay. I think he needs some time, but you only get but this time with Man United. It's this much time. And then we start looking at you and trying to figure out. And then the abuse comes. Ask Harry Maguire. Ask Casemiro. Ask Onana. Ask all these guys that have flopped at one point in time.
Rashford.
Ask Rashford. Ask Sancho. Ask Anthony. We'll get on to you. Phil Jones. The list goes on. We will get on to you in a minute, and then you'll have to figure it out. Now, will you be Harry Maguire in this situation and stay down and not listen?
That's what we need.
You know what I'm saying? Are you going to stay down, not listen, and keep it going? Or are you going to fold up and roll it up and go to another team and pull a Rashford? That's just what it is. I don't think Mason, honestly, when I can show you the clip, when I was in New York, I said to Flex, Flex, I don't know what he does. I don't know what he does. I'm going to back him, but I don't know what he does well. For this team either, I don't know what he does well. Besides press, because God, if you Sean will run me down like, well, he presses so good. The manager loves him. Yeah, but no goals, no assists in another 40 games. Is that what we're gonna take? The standards are low, bro. I hope he can turn it around because that's gonna be good for us. I did see that. Let me get on Casey real quick. And you know what, Casey? You were the first person I thought about too. Burnley and my boy Hannibal are back in the Premier League. I saw Hannibal waving the crowd. I said, Casey's about to shine his damn shoes when he sees us play line up against Hannibal again. Yeah, but shouts to Burnley, back up, Premier League back up. It was a matter of time.
Leeds are back too. Let's have some fun with Leeds.
Nothing. Yeah. Hey, welcome. I told my boy my you know Neil. I'm about to say
from Fido, right?
Yeah, Neil, the Leeds guy. I say, bro, you're back, and I need those 6 points off you every year. So come on, welcome back, welcome back. I need it from you.
I had some barbecue lamb on Sunday. That's probably for Leeds.
That sounds so good. That sounds Leeds back. 2 more win for us. Yep. Well, we'll take 6 points. I'll take 6 points. I love beating Leeds. I love it. Since Leeds came up the last time, we haven't lost to them. So welcome back. Time to get your ass kicked again. We're there with you. So yeah, we covered the game. Let's look ahead. Let's do a quick look ahead. I know we're going to talk about it 2 more times, but the next 3 or 4 games are at 9:00 in the morning.
Yeah, I could do 9:00. I can't get to the pub at 9:00. Only if I come out myself. But yeah, we got Sundays at 9. All our games are Sunday because
y'all might not see me at the pub until the last game of the season, gang.
I'm taking a day off if we're in the final. I'll be in Fido. Let you know that early. Other than that, yeah, all our games are Sunday at 9. The Bournemouth game this coming Sunday. Then we have 2 around the Atletico Bilbao games. Yeah, both of them are 9:00 games. Brentford away. Then we host West Ham. Then we have a Friday game at 3 in the afternoon.
3:00.
Chelsea.
Yep.
In Chelsea.
I hate that. That's awful.
Actually, we might have a final that next week. So that's more days off. So that's the reason why. Yeah. So I don't mind that. Plus, you never, a lot of us the quote unquote stars might not even play in that game. And then we end in Aston Villa. That hopefully we're hungover after Thursday. So trot all the young boys out.
We'll do at the end of the year, they do like a little brunch
the breakfast thing. Yeah, that's 11 o'clock. That like, what is there to play for? I think there's only like Champions League places probably up for grabs on that last day. Liverpool are going to win the title this Sunday against Spurs. All the relegations are in, or they will be. by this summer.
Arsenal has to drop points in order for them to win at Spurs.
Yeah. No, they could win at Spurs straight up, and they're good. Whether Arsenal wins or not.
Is that right? I heard it
Yeah,
different.
they're up like 12. They're up like 12 points.
Okay.
13 points. So
I'm glad we don't have to play them again. I'm glad that's over and we don't have to give them a
Oh, we don't know no God of Honor?
Yeah. Do you think we would? What's up, Cheese? South got something to say? Yeah. Well, that's what it is. That's what we're gonna name it. That's what it is. And
Dan James hat trick. Get out of here.
Yeah, all right. That guy only knows one direction, straight. That's it, straight run, straight.
Yeah, Lenny Euro got something for that.
I'd like to keep Garnacho, but if getting Oshman means selling Garnacho, well then bye. I don't think that's the swap that's gonna be made. I think it's just gonna be cash. We're gonna pay big too.
60 mil.
Yeah, we're gonna pay big, but I'm already chatting next season madness. You'll be on tomorrow. You could chat that madness tomorrow. Yeah, so it's the perfect segue. Oshman, I'm seeing the news. And this is that kind of stuff that I don't like about the transfer window and all that other good jazz. This verbally spoke to and
the agreed terms.
It's like, did ink touch paper?
Yeah, well, that could happen. Yeah.
If ink touch paper, then I'm here with you. Yeah. All right. Yeah, cool. So
Jersey and Carrington.
But cool. All it takes is for somebody to say, yo, we got 90 million for you over here. What you gonna do? That's all it goes, and then that's all it's gonna take. And then you go sign. Yes, you go sign with Chelsea. Go sign with
team of Champions League. Oh, Chelsea might not make Champions League. They could fuck around and crash out.
A team that can offer you at least some kind of Europe.
Yep.
Right. You'll go and sign with them in a heartbeat, and that's what I was trying to tell Sean the other day. It happened already with what's his name? Kenda. It happened with Kenda. Kenda was supposed to. It was all shits and giggles, ready to come to United. My coach is there. I'm highly touted. I'm linked with United. 100%. What happened? Money happened. Champions League promises was made. All kinds of good stuff happened. And guess what?
Plus, he doesn't want to play wing back anymore. And
exactly.
That,
all it took is for man to say, yo, I don't want to play wing back no more. Yep. Bun that, pay me some bread, and give me Champions League. And what? You ain't worried about Man United or your coach no more? And then guys will say stuff like, well, we don't want you at Man United if you don't want to play here. Guys, do not
be bitter, guys.
Don't be bitter. That these guys are just playing for the love of the game. That ain't what's happening. It's the love of money, okay? And then the game is right after that. But you got it. These guys are, bro, they're working for 10 years for the rest of their lives.
Pretty much.
So they got to get every little bit they can while they can. And I ain't knocking it. I'm never going to knock it. So I don't care who hug who in the tunnel, put their arm around who in the tunnel, or who's a best friend or ex-coach or ex-boyfriend.
Guys.
That don't mean nothing to me. So until ink touch paper, this is just another story for me.
Yeah. I think the Osimhen thing, more than, just like any other deal, any other big star we might get, we'll find out if we win the trophy on May 21st, or we'll find out on May 8th when Bilbao knock us out, if we could get Osimhen.
I got a bad feeling about Bilbao because
they're a good team. You have a right to have a bad feeling. And
I feel like it's
our shitheads. They don't know when they want to play good and want to play bad. Throw away 2 goals to 10 men. You have a right to feel bad.
I feel like
I'm worried. You think the knockout's coming? I mean, yeah, that's logical, but
not just a knockout. Real licks is coming.
We could get ran through.
Belt to ass is coming. That's what I feel like.
If we're not on if no one's on the A game, we're gonna get it. We're gonna get hit.
I gotta look at this team. Real quick, man.
Not a lot of names go. You see the Bilbao team, they like a lot of locals. The whole team is just Spaniards, by the way.
The whole team is what Spaniards. You call it? What's
From
the
Basque.
region?
Yeah,
the Basque region. Just imagine you've been able to stay up
Yo,
With
that
just signing these men.
that is Riz. That is very admirable. They just mostly recruit in their region. It not like if you go in like on a transfer market, if you look at all the flags, it's all Spain, and the only one that's not Spanish is Ghana flag, and that's because Inaki decided to play for Ghana instead of Spain. I don't think he could have played for Spain anyway. Nico can though.
I'm just looking at these ballers here. I know Sunset. Yeah, there's a bunch of guys here that I have no idea about.
They have Spain's first choice keeper, but like he's not playing, he's hurt, and their backup goalie is good. These guys just play ball. They work as a team. They're fourth in La Liga with like a 6-point gap. So they probably don't even need this shit. They might just win it because vibes. I want a trophy. They could come forward and they got Champions League. So yeah, we're up against a formidable opponent. We gotta bring it. Oh, else,
it's just so crazy that like, and this is all respect to Bodo Glimt, all respect to them, but they've never been here before. They're the first Norwegian side to make it to this far. Okay, and fucking Spurs get them. That's who they get. Now I'm not looking past them at all because this competition, knockout football, bro. That's what. Look how far they made it. They knocked out one of the best teams in the competition in Lazio.
Yeah, Lazio, yep.
Lazio, good. Hey, this is for you. 2 thumbs down for you. You know, and you know why. I'm glad you didn't make it. Yeah, they got a better draw than we did. I will say. I'll say that without being disrespectful. They got a better draw than we did.
I mean, I wasn't going to be looking forward to playing Frankfurt or Lazio. I think the draw is kind of even. If you want to talk about uneven draws,
really, you think?
I think Frankfurt. I don't know.
Think Bilbao is better than. I mean, Bodo Glimt is better than Bilbao.
No, they're not. No, I don't. I'm just saying it could have been Lazio or Frankfurt that could have ended up in the final. Those are tough teams, I think. And who else? Let me look at that side of the bracket.
I live with Spurs being there, but the fact that we have to play another, we're allergic to paella.
Yeah,
and Australia. We're allergic to that shit.
It's a problem. Nah, Bilbao stuff. I said in front of the beginning, it was Lazio and Bilbao that I was really worried about, and here we are.
Yeah, tough draw. Tough draw.
If we beat them and lose the final, I'm gonna be very fucking upset.
Listen, that last time we lost the final, bro, I think that changed me a little bit. I ain't the same person.
You rode off the hair, man. I fucking shed a tear in the ball when we lost that penalty shootout, man.
Bro, I remember I went outside and I asked somebody for a cigarette. I was just smoking a cigarette. I don't even smoke cigarettes. I was smoking a damn cigarette. I'm like,
all the goals we threw away in that game. Everybody scored a penalty, and it had to be De Gea to miss it. Like,
because they scored first.
Yeah, and then
we
Cavani scored.
Bruno scored. I want to say.
No, I think it was Cavani in the final. Oh. I don't know if you're mixing up the Sevilla semifinal that we lost, the COVID semifinal.
Nah, I gotta look back. What year was this? What year is this?
21. Oh, when Villarreal won.
What is this called? Europa League. All right.
Yeah, they won. It was the 2020-2021.
Okay, so I'm seeing. I'm trying to see who was who scored in that game. Background.
Oh, here we go. Cavani. I knew it was Cavani.
Okay, yeah. In the 55th, he equalized from a shot by Marcus Rashford. From 20 yards, deflected off Scott McTominay to Cavani, who scored a low shot from 5 yards out. And then, Villarreal keeper Geronimo Rulli converted his penalty and then saved David De Gea.
You about to crash. I was so upset.
Left too. That's the crazy part. He like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Yeah, bro. Hey, here come Cheese. Inaki Williams is going to do us in.
Inaki Williams might not even start. He didn't start last game.
Clinical finisher is going to end us. Man. Don't say that, bro. Don't say that. Don't say that.
You know what? We definitely had the heavier bracket. Now looking at it, man. Roma and Porto were in our bracket. Anderlecht was in our bracket. Fenerbahce was in our bracket.
If we win, though, bro, and we continue the path that we're on now, invincible.
Invincible Europa champs, man.
Invincible European champions.
I'm gonna let y'all know about it too, guys. All y'all haters watching, I'm gonna let y'all know about it.
If we win, I'm gonna be insufferable. You think I'm obnoxious and cantankerous now? I'm going to be boisterous. I'm going to be ridiculous. Every kind of I'm gonna be that. I'm going to be the worst human being on earth. Just like when Arsenal wins. Well, Arsenal wins because Arsenal's gonna win the Champions League. I'm sorry, they're gonna do it. They're gonna do it. It's happening. Prepare for it now. When they win it, I'm gonna go to Greece for a couple days. I won't be here. I won't be here. I won't be at any pub for people to tell me or call me. Don't call me.
Yeah, they're checking phones at the border too. So might as well just leave that home. Take a burner with you.
I'm gonna change my number. I'm gonna change my number, and I'm locking off social media, deactivating social media the minute Arsenal's gonna win it. I think they have the best chance. They got the best defense. Let Gabriel come back healthy.
No, he's done.
They handled Real Madrid. They didn't just beat them; they handled them both games, home and away. The best team in the world handled the reigning champions. Handled them. I don't. That's crazier than anything I've ever said. What? That Arsenal has a good chance to win?
They do. Who said that's crazy?
Cheese said that's crazy.
It's because it's Arsenal. I get it. It's
No, this ain't the Arsenal of this ain't Lacazette and Aubameyang. And you know what I'm saying?
This ain't Henry and
Niles,
and Lundberg and Perez.
Yeah, it's not. This is a competent team, especially with Saka back.
Yeah,
like I said, and that kid Saka he's good, ain't he?
He's very good.
He's good, ain't he? Ugh, it just hurts my stomach. You said they win, and you ain't say they have a good chance. I said they have a good chance to win. They're gonna win. They're going to. I did say that. They're going to win.
Paris's attack is a little junior. I mean, with Desiree Doué and those guys. I mean, they got Kvaradona, who are wanted at Manchester United, but
bad.
To go to Paris. That kid Vitinha, he's very good. They got some dogs in the defense too. Marquinhos is still there.
Yeah.
Hakimi,
You know Kimpembe's still there?
Yeah, he's scrubbing bench though.
He's hurt. He hurt.
Oh.
Yeah. He hurt.
And
he's been hurt for like a while.
Yeah. They got the big boy Donnarumma in the goal too. I think any of those four could win, man. It could be Arsenal, PSG, Inter, and Barca. I think they're very dangerous though.
I'm sleeping on Inter.
You should not. They have the best striker in the world right now. Just so you know, best striker in the world is Lautaro Martinez. That's the best striker in the world right now. That's the best.
Over Isak?
Yes.
Over Harry Kane?
Isak won? That's a tough one, but I want to say yes. I want to say yes.
You hesitated, so I know
he's a bad motherfucker, man. People sleep on him.
Oh no,
people sleep on him.
That's their DNA.
I'm not saying it's like he's like miles ahead of them, but he stops.
Listen, if they win, bro. I mean, if Arsenal chokes, I will be just as happy with you. But I just feel like this is their time, bro. I feel like the stars are aligning for them to win.
Especially after smacking Madrid.
Yeah, and like beating Madrid so decisively in both legs, like handling them. Because what was it the last, like 2-1? Yeah, it was 2-1 because it ended up being 5-1 on aggregate, and they scored 3 in the first one. So, like, handling Madrid the way they did, I think they have a good chance, bro. You see, Man United is doing this to us. Man United is making us talk about Arsenal right now. You see, they're always bringing us to new lows. We don't have nothing to talk about because we so afraid. I don't even want to talk about Bilbao. I'm scared. I don't want to talk about them. They scare me because they're a good side. Inter have good defense. if not best defense in the UCL remaining teams. You know what's crazy? Y'all will tell me that the Premier League. Y'all tell me that the Premier League is the best league in the world. Y'all
That don't mean the others are shit though. That's what people get it twisted.
But y'all tell me that the Premier League is the best in the world, right? And then when I say, you know what, Arsenal has the best defense because they're second and they allow the least amount of goals in the best league in the world, just about, right? Then y'all will tell me, nah, this team got the best defense in the rest of the UCL. How can all three of those things be true? How can they all be true? I don't know. Somebody lying. Maybe it's me.
It's between Arsenal and Inter. I'll tell you that much. I don't think Barcelona's defense is all that good compared to those two.
I'm concerned that you're feeling these things and saying them out loud. Listen, that's the problem with toxic masculinity. Y'all want us to keep our emotions balled in and balled up until it turns into a heart attack or a stroke. I'm not doing that. I'm scared, and I want everybody to know.
I'm scared, but come to Old Trafford. Come to Old Trafford.
I'm scared, but see me, yeah, because the day I'm gonna wake up that day, I'm gonna be up for it. I'm gonna be up for the shit. I'll chat championship before I chat Arsenal. Stop. I believe that the Prem. I don't believe that the Prem is the best in the world. That's English media hype.
I don't know. It's a very, very competitive league, man.
We'll mess around and have two English. Well, no, we can't have two English, right? Because there's only one English left in the Champions League.
It might be Spurs United final, yep.
But it might be an Arsenal Man United Super Cup.
That would be dope.
Yeah, that'll be good. That'll kind of put a little stamp on their Champions League. Like, yeah, you won that, but guess what happened? Quick slap.
Super Cup is ours.
You are a United fan.
Damn straight.
You live in heart attack, stroke territory. Nah, man, I lost 45. I've lost 35 pounds. Don't worry about where I live. I'm getting right. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I love talking football in general. I could do this all day, but I am really scared to see who we're gonna play. I mean, we're in this weird place that, like, yeah, we don't care about the Premier League. Yeah, don't care. But it's like, do you really want to keep racking up the losses?
It's not even that. It's just we're guarding the squad because, I mean, we don't want anyone to get hurt, and it is a big deal. And you know, next season hinges on us within Europa, so we have to pay some extra attention to it. It's just what it is. It's facts of life. I mean, whoever we play in the Prem, they better go out there trying to win. And honestly, no one could look at Sunday's game and say we didn't try to win. It's like, you know, people saying, well, we're forgetting the league. No, we're not. We tried to win on Sunday.
That's true.
We're trying to win. Everyone's trying to play good. Everyone's trying to be part of the first team plans because we have a big semifinal coming up. Yeah, we're trying to win, but we can't take risks with certain players anymore. We have to load manage because you gotta manage that load. You gotta hold it back. You want to blow it. So yeah. May 1st and May 8th, most important dates right now going forward.
It's fun. It's fun though. This anxiety. It's taking.
Yeah, that fear is good. That's a game, man.
Good. It feels
good. Supposed to be fearful in a semifinal, unless you got like this high and mighty fucking team that just beats the brakes off of people. Have we ever had a United team that in Europe that we were like, I don't care who we're playing?
That 08 team. The greatest team to ever play in the Premier League.
Yeah, when we beat the brakes off of Roma, I was like, yo, we have a really good fucking team. That's when I started really, I was like, yeah, no one could fuck with us on our
That 08 team was unplayable.
I tried it, man. Tevez, Rooney, Ronaldo.
Like, I don't think I've seen, I think the only team I've seen that was close to that is, I think it was the City 100 point team. Because they were a demolition. Like, that City 100 point team, they was running through everybody. I'm surprised they didn't win the treble sooner.
They they had some really tough Champions League draws, like in the group stages and like round of 16 and quarterfinals. I've always said that they had some really rough draws. Like they'll get Madrid early or Bayern early and shit. And you know, it is what it is. That's a top match, so it goes either way. So I mean, as fun as it is to see them lose and not win it, I knew it was like, you know, they played a formidable opponent and just lost. It is what it is. But yeah, they finally did it.
Yeah.
Like,
Real about this, that 2018, bro. That team that's a team that really, really brought me into the game. Just watching them week after week, just put guys on a string. Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Another Fergie mistake. I know a lot of people don't like to talk about Fergie's mistakes.
I do.
It's not hamming it up with Tevez and tell them, yo, when we got Berbatov, tell them to chill. Ronaldo's leaving soon. You're gonna start again. Because I think if we kept Tevez and it was Tevez, Rooney, and Berbatov running, dude, you can't tell me City was guaranteed to win a trophy that soon or anything like that. I think we were still running vice in the Premier League, and arguably we could have won another European title. I know, you know, Barca, the team of the century, was there. Bayern was really good. Ronaldo's Madrid was still good. But if we had those three,
we would have been in there.
I think we in the mix.
We would have been in there. That's when it started to get. That's when the really 09, 2010. That's when the Wolves started to.
Yeah.
That's when it started to become a little evident that, like, okay, these guys are not going to really invest in the team.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get a couple guys here and there, whatever. But I think the Van Persie acquisition was the last acquisition.
Yep.
Yeah, it was the last, because it was like a direct buy from a rival, and then nothing after, right? Like that David Moyes appointment killed us.
That's Fergie's biggest mistake.
That's the biggest mistake he's made, is giving David. And you know what? He was at Everton for a while and improving, so it was like he was next for the job, but he hadn't won anything yet. He wasn't in any kind of pedigree to be there yet. He still hasn't won. We're on 10, 15, 12 years later, and he still ain't won nothing yet. This Moyes. And now coming back to Everton. It's crazy. But, you know, hindsight to MF, you know what I'm saying? And directly won us the league. Yeah. No.
Another Fergie mistake. He should have hammed it up with Klopp early.
He should have let Beckham chill.
Not Pep. He should have gone after Klopp.
Yeah.
Pep was always going to end up at City.
He should have chilled on Beckham.
You should have what?
He should have chilled on Beckham. Because what was Beckham really doing? What was he doing though? What is he doing?
I think he just got tired of him
now.
Because he wrote in his book, he was like, he expected so much of Beckham. I think he just got fucking tired of him.
But what was he doing that was so bad?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't anything bad.
Was it affecting the football on the pitch?
No, I think that boot thing was an accident, and Beckham was like, "Nah, fuck this, I'm out of here."
I don't think that boot thing was an accident. I think he meant to throw that shit. Yeah, I never accidentally threw something at somebody.
They say he kicked it.
Yeah, no.
It just flew hit him in his face.
He's won Conference League with West Ham. Mark. Jeez.
Hey, Jose Mourinho won a Conference League too, man. That's elite company.
Jeez. Jeez. Stop with the Conference League bullshit. All right. Big up to him for winning the Conference League. All right. If I can't be the guy that poo-poos other things and not, it's a trophy.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Chelsea fans, your side of the bracket in the Conference League is absolute balls. Y'all have no choice but to win that trophy.
They have to win it, and that's what makes the Conference League. That's what makes the Conference League tough, because it's like all the big sides. If you don't win, you're screwed. You're screwed. And then if you win it, you're gonna do what I just did. It's just trivialize the hell out of it.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, a good semifinal. The other one's pretty good. It's
you said boys. You said boys ain't win anything. I'm sorry, bro. What were you saying? My bad.
No, the other semifinal is good. Is Betis versus Fiorentina.
Yeah, David De Gea.
Maybe Anthony ups his price a little bit more. Let's go.
Scored again.
35, 40 mil. Let's go.
Scored again.
No
The guy just
loans.
can't stop
No
scoring.
loans. No loans. Bye.
Yeah, I still mean he didn't win anything, because what the hell is the tertiary competition of Europe? Ooh, that's nothing. What is that? Big West Ham. Big West Ham's a decent sized club. Come on now. They ain't been nothing without him. The Carabao Cup of Europe.
I love it. Good one, Brian.
Brian, shouts to Brian, man. Shouts to Brian. I can't wait to come out there. I can't wait to go out to LA, bro. I'm gonna have we need to both go out there, me and you. Oh, did he freeze? He looked frozen. Hell, is that me that froze us up?
I don't know. Just probably Buffett. Maybe
Okay,
my
you good.
basketball soaking shit up. I don't know.
Yeah. But yeah, bro, yeah. Just bad feeling, but we'll talk about the game ahead tomorrow. Tomorrow I want to actually get a chance to read our sponsor out. I didn't even do that. God. Real quick, shout out to Belorian, Manukian, and Shakidian LLP, personal injury law firm handling car accident cases on a contingent fee basis. You know what that means? It means that if you don't win, it's all good, man. It's all good. They're there. They're going to get you the money. You're going to give them a little bit of money, but they're going to give you your money, okay? A scene right here, $400,000 won for a client just now. They're going to take a little bit of that because, they did some work for you. But then you're going to get the lion's share of it. They're going to win 97% success rate out there in Encino, California. No longer in Sherman Oaks, California. Shout out to Sherman Oaks, but they had to get away from Sherman Oaks. Casey had it crazy out there. They got out of there. So they're out there at 1582 1 Ventura Boulevard, Suite 520, East Building, Encino, California, 91436. And that number is 747-444-4444. That's 747-444-4444. 4 is hard to say because I always feel like I missed one. I'm sure one time that I missed one. Also, Red Devil Threads. Go head up reddevilthreads.com for all your Manchester United high quality unofficial apparel, t-shirts, stickers, buttons, pins, draws, whatever you need. Whether you're cheering from Old Trafford or from home, our Man United clothing will make you feel part of the action. I'm looking on here now. There's kits, 20 pound, M16, Old Trafford shirts, Glazers out, bucket hat shirts, all kinds of cool stuff. How it works is you sign up to the mailing list, you get a subscription. You could buy shirts directly. You get a subscription, and you use the code Stateside Reds for 10% off your offer today. You got towels. We got it all. Anything you need, bro. You subscribe, you get a package to your crib, comes in a few days, and now you're suited and booted, and it ain't got nothing to do with the Glazers. This is Glazers. Has nothing. The Glazers don't touch a penny, and you look fly. You got your hated, adored, never ignored shirt. You at the pub. Girls hitting on you where you got that shirt from. You say reddevilthreads.com, and you say your boy Mikey sent you there from Stateside Reds YouTube. All right. Now that we done paid the bills. Anything you want to leave us with, Ronaldo, man? We're at the hour mark. We're bought now. We're sellouts.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out the transfer window. Besides, needed to win the Europa, just figuring out what we have and what needs to go. So we strategically buy. If it were up to me, Osimhen's number one, no matter what. Not Cunha. I mean, Osimhen and Cunha would be really good. And I think if we win on May 21st, May 22nd, we need to sign Osimhen and Cunha. And I think that shakes up the league. Definitely shakes up our squad. And if you look at that table, like from 13 to 7 to stuff, it's all mixy. It's like tight points. So, I mean, you might not want to call the Prem the best league in the world. You might not like the quality of football, but it's the most competitive. There's no doubt about that. The Premier League is the most competitive league in the world. Wolves could give you trouble on any day. Everton started giving people trouble. You know what I'm saying? So, having said that, yeah, I think getting those two puts us way ahead of what we are right now. And you hear talk about we have to sell to buy and stuff. I don't know if we were in the same streets last summer, but we shelled out 200 mil last summer.
Yep.
So,
And we were having problem. We were broke then.
yeah. So, yeah, maybe we do that and sell the guys on the fringes. Rashford, Anthony, maybe Garnacho. Hopefully not. I think Chelsea's gonna do us dirty and send Sancho back. I think I'm resigned to that. They're not gonna sign him. They're gonna pay us $5 million.
I'm seeing reports that they're gonna move on for rotation. He could be a rotation player. They haven't quite given up on him. Now, don't quote me on that. This is something I've gotten from one of my sources close to the Chelsea camp, close to the Sancho camp. That's pretty much a done deal there. But money talks, man. And if they can give him back for 5 and not pay, because I don't know how much of their wages they're paying now, they give him back. That will hurt us more than anything. Yeah, we get him back and he's not going to go anywhere.
We won't be able to sell him for as much as we want. I feel it might be like 20 mil somewhere. Maybe some German team might want to buy him.
20 mil. Somebody will give us 20 million for that guy.
Yeah, that's peanuts right now. And he's not that ass, so I think 20 mil.
When a team paying to get you back to give you back, that's rare.
But Chelsea got money to get better, though. They have money to get better, so that's all that is. So
Brian Herbst has said big signings ahead of the summer preseason, so players know there's competition for their spot. Play well or get shipped. Hella kids, we got a Mad Academy kids coming up. Yeah. Hella kids that are almost ready, especially defensively. Don't get it mixed up. A lot of these kids won't play in the first team. A lot of them won't make it.
Try to gamble one. Kukonki maybe might not make it. I don't know. I think Heaven's gonna make it.
I think Heaven's a fixture. He's gonna be back. He's just hurt. He's just hurt.
Let's see about Fredrickson, because I just heard about him and balled out. So I'll try not to get too attached to Seymour. I need to see Sekou Kone this Sunday, man.
Yeah,
I don't know if he's hurt or what, but we need to figure out if we have that ball carrying CM, so we don't go out and buy one. If Kone could do the business, that would help a lot.
I just think he's too young to be leading it. Like, he shouldn't be leading.
Yeah.
He shouldn't be a starter. Yeah. We're still gonna need to buy, right? To bring on somebody that can, and then to keep him in rotation.
Yep. And I think playing Bruno there is a band-aid. I'm not saying it doesn't work, but it's a band-aid because Bruno's not the fastest. I mean, he's good to carry the ball out the center mid position, but he might lack a little bit of the defensive work or the strength.
Definitely the strength for sure. Yeah. He gets shoved off the ball a little easy, but he's a mad rat that's gonna keep coming out. He just keeps coming. Pause. Sancho been playing half decent lately. I gotta understand what you mean by decent, because he's had two assists in the last
month, I think, something.
I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't think, but we're not getting him back. That's done. That deal's done. We'll take the money for it. I just don't want to sell Garnacho. I still think there's a player there. And there's somebody that can be tamed there under some good ownership. I mean, look, he can go to Italy and figure it out. He'll go to Italy, and that play style, what they play over there, he'll be okay because he'll have time on the ball to make those decisions. That's hard for him. We don't give you that time here. So, there's that. Yeah. I guess my last words would be the next coming games. Very, very uncertain times for this club, Bruno. We're hearing things about transfers, guys talking about, hey, I'm gonna be there, I'm gonna come there, we don't know. Once the ink dries, then I don't want to hear this person verbally agreed or terms were met, or let me know when that ink signed and they agree on a price. Until then, until Fabrizio say or Ormsteen say they doing X, Y, and Z, I don't give a fuck. I don't want to hear it. That's one. Second thing is, I'm absolutely scared of Athletic Bilbao. 100%. I don't feel good. I don't know if we'll win the game. So that is a little pit in my stomach that is raising my heart rate every day subconsciously. A little knot that's turning into an ulcer. So that, with that being said, we still got to play hard in the league. We still got to play hard in the league. You still have to get the fans, the traveling fans. If you're playing at home, everybody that's come to see you play, you got to play for the badge. And I think we did that against Wolves. I think we were the better team. We were deserved to win, but we didn't. I can't get too mad at them for that. And this is not a back. I know the titles say back to reality, but we know this team is shit. We know that. You know what I'm saying? But do they have enough to win knockout football competition? That's all that matters now.
I think they do. I'm rolling with the boys. So hopefully Sunday we play well, work on a few things that we might want to apply next Thursday. I think we should bear that in mind too. We gotta figure out a way to light a fire up Hoyland's ass. He's only striking, man.
You notice I ain't talk about him today?
I know. It's
that was on
because
purpose.
it's fucking rough and it's it might be past saving. I don't want to say that about a 21-year-old, but goddamn,
I feel bad for him. That's why.
Yeah.
I feel bad for the kid. Like, have people not beaten up on him enough? You know,
I think the game's beating him up. Forget
yeah,
the
no, I mean,
game's treating him really rotten right now.
He's earning it. I'm sorry if I'm cutting you off. My bad.
No.
He's earning it. He's earning this ass kicking he's getting, but he's not gonna get it from me. I'm already done the Rasmus train. Y'all told me. Pause. That sounded crazy. I'm done with the Rasmus train. But anyway, y'all told me he was gonna be a 20-goal scorer. Y'all told me that.
Somewhere in there, ahead of those legs of his, somewhere. I don't know.
I want him to be.
He's gonna have to make it happen.
I just don't see it. I don't think he's good enough. I don't understand what we were looking at. I don't know what we were looking at in terms of scoring, but I don't even think he scored 20 goals before he got here.
No, he didn't. I think it was like 9.
Yeah.
When he played for Atalanta. Yeah.
All of a sudden, he was going to give us 11 more goals.
I mean, he had 16. He had 16 last year.
Yeah.
So that was, we were encouraged. Yeah.
In every competition. So that 16 in like 60 games, 16 in like 58 games, something like that, right? That.
Yeah, I thought he would eventually get there, but yeah, this season is a big regression. Huge. Maybe he needs another striker coach.
Go ahead, bro. I'm sorry.
Maybe he needs another Benny McCarthy to just guide him, or maybe he needs Osimhen to guide him too.
This team makes me miss Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
Raw deals with him. He got glazed. Ole got absolutely glazed.
And I hate to say that because I was Ole out.
Yeah, I was out because it wasn't working anymore. That's the only reason.
I think he took us.
They gave up on him.
But it was done for after that. It was just he took us as far. I think the Newcastle ass whooping is what did it for me.
Yeah, those guys quit on him, man. That's all it was.
Slabby goes to the 9th spot after the 80th if we're down or tied. Oh yeah,
straight up and down.
Yeah, balls in. Win a corner, ball in.
Get our moss on the field too to whip a cross in on that big slap head.
You know what's crazy? I was watching a compilation of Harry Maguire clutch moments.
How long was that? A minute?
It was like a minute 30. And they showed it a couple times, but like he has a few, and it's not just all with his head. Yeah, he's either equalizing or going with the go ahead. I'm telling you, bro.
I will go to my grave saying this. His penalty in the Euro finals was one of the best penalties in a penalty shootout I've ever seen.
Bro, he takes a good penalty. I don't think he's ever missed one. And that's what makes the
seed in the jet nets.
Penalty miss so criminal.
Yep.
When Slabhead is making them in his sleep, top corner,
top bins.
And you can't don't even start me up, bro. Don't even start me up because we could have had our second Europa League title. Hey, you know what? That would have probably earned Ollie some like money to actually go and buy some players and some.
Yeah, because the names he wanted were good names. He was calling some good balls to come in. He's like, you got to bring this guy in, you got to bring that guy in. And the Glaciers are like, nah, I don't know.
Anyway, that's us, man. Stateside Reds. Shouts to Red Devil Threads. Shouts to Balorian Manuki and LLP. And shouts to everybody watching, man. We had a good number of people in here. Everybody's going to watch it later. Those numbers go up pretty good at the end. So thank you, everybody. Everybody on Facebook Live, YouTube. Shouts to Ronaldo. This is our new show. South got something to say, man. That's
every
what we're
Monday,
that back.
Every Monday, Monday Night Raw.
Every Monday, tap in with your brother, man. Tap in with us. Let us know something. And we'll chat it up. Until next time, bro. Up the fucking Reds.
The Reds. Keep the faith.
Keep the faith.
It's okay to be scared, guys. It's okay.
And take that 7 off of Mason Mount.